Hi, I'm Victor, and I'll be your instructor for this course, Foundations and Practices of Cybersecurity Governance, Risk Management and Compliance, GRC. Let's begin by laying the foundation for cybersecurity in GRC. Let's start Module 1, Introduction to GRC in Cybersecurity. In today's increasingly digital landscape, particularly here in dynamic environments like Abuja and across Nigeria, understanding how organizations protect themselves, manage threats, and meet their obligations is more critical than ever. Whether you are involved in IT, security, compliance, legal, or business leadership, the principles you'll learn in this course are fundamental to building resilient and trustworthy organizations. This first module serves as your foundational stepping stone. We'll demystify the acronym GRC, explore why it's become such a crucial discipline within cybersecurity, and understand how its core components work together. Think of this module as acquiring the essential vocabulary and the big picture view before we delve into more specific frameworks and practices in later modules. We aim to provide you with a clear understanding of what GRC entails and why dedicating time to mastering its concepts is a valuable investment in your professional development and your organization's future. Get ready to explore the core concepts that underpin modern cybersecurity strategy and operational resilience. By the end of this module, you should be able to clearly define governance, risk management, and compliance, GRC, in the context of cybersecurity. Articulate the significant benefits and strategic importance of adopting an integrated GRC approach for your organization. Explain the dynamic interplay and interconnectedness between the governance, risk management, and compliance functions. Identify and define key GRC terminology accurately. Understand how implementing GRC principles directly strengthens an organization's overall cybersecurity posture. Recognize and explain how GRC activities align with and support the achievement of broader business objectives. Let's begin with understanding the core components of GRC. At its heart, GRC stands for governance, risk management, and compliance. While it might initially sound like corporate jargon, it represents a structured and strategic approach that helps organizations manage their operations effectively, ethically, and securely. Let's break down each component. 1. Governance. The G governance refers to the overall management approach through which senior executives direct and control the entire organization, using a combination of management information and hierarchical management control structures. In the specific context of cybersecurity, governance involves establishing and maintaining a framework of authority, decision-making, and accountability for managing and protecting information assets. Think of governance as the organization's cybersecurity constitution and leadership structure. It answers questions like, who is ultimately responsible for cybersecurity? E.g., Board of Directors say so. What are our organization's official rules, policies, and standards regarding cybersecurity? How are decisions about security investments and priorities made? How do we ensure that security efforts align with the overall business strategy and legal obligations? How do we oversee and monitor the effectiveness of our security program? Effective governance ensures that cybersecurity isn't just an IT department issue, but a strategic imperative driven from the top, with clear roles, responsibilities, and mechanisms for oversight. It provides the structure within which risk management and compliance activities operate. 2. Risk management. The R, risk management in cybersecurity, is the ongoing process of identifying, assessing, analyzing, treating, and monitoring potential threats and vulnerabilities that could negatively impact the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your organization's information systems and data. It's about understanding what could go wrong and taking proactive steps to prevent or minimize the damage. Consider risk management as the organization's proactive defense planner. Key activities include identifying assets, what critical data, systems, and processes do we need to protect, identifying threats, what potential dangers exist, e.g., malware, ransomware gangs, insider mistakes, system failures, identifying vulnerabilities, what weaknesses in our systems, processes, or controls could be exploited, analyzing risk, what is the likelihood of a threat exploiting a vulnerability, and what would the impact, financial, reputational, operational be, treating risk, deciding how to respond to identified risks. Options include mitigating, reducing likelihood impact, transferring, e.g., insurance, avoiding stopping the risky activity, or accepting the risk if it's within acceptable levels. Effective risk management allows you to prioritize resources, focus defenses where they are most needed, and make informed decisions about managing uncertainty. 3. Compliance. The C compliance refers to the act of adhering to stated requirements. These requirements can stem from various sources, laws and regulations mandated by governments, e.g., the Nigeria Data Protection Act 2023, NDPA, the EU's General Data Protection Regulation GDPR, Central Bank of Nigeria CBN directives for financial institutions, sector-specific regulations, industry standards, requirements set by industry bodies, e.g., Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard PCI DSS for organizations handling credit cards, ISO 27001 for information security management, contractual obligations, requirements specified in agreements with clients, partners, or suppliers, internal policies and standards, rules defined by the organization's own governance framework. Compliance involves understanding these obligations, implementing controls to meet them, collecting evidence to demonstrate adherence, often for audits, and reporting non-compliance status. Non-compliance can lead to significant consequences, including hefty fines, as seen under GDPR and potentially under NDPA, legal action, loss of business, and severe reputational damage.